All right. So good evening, everybody. I would like to thank you all for joining us again tonight. Tonight we have Barbara Howell with Burbank Temporary Aid Center. She will be going over the services that they offer, and I'll let her take it away now.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate being able to talk with you, and I hope that as you go along and if there's something that I say doesn't make sense, or if you have a question about something specific, please let me know. Just a little background about our organization. We began in 1974, and we started just giving out groceries from somebody's garage. So I know that things have changed since then. The neighbors probably wouldn't like that very much right now, but we've done that. And as we've moved around and that we own our facility, it's on Burbank Boulevard. It's at 1304 West Burbank Boulevard. And we are primarily a food pantry. We work with people who have housing and people who are homeless. And we are, just so you know, we are not a shelter. And so people who have housing can come to us, sign up, and they can receive groceries from our food pantry, and we can help them with different services such as utility assistance and some rental assistance as well, if they meet the certain criteria. Normally, we give one grocery order a month, which includes canned goods, packaged goods, and then perishables like fruits and vegetables, dairy, and sometimes we even have meats and other proteins. So that's been really nice. We pick up every day from various grocers in the area. And so we get fresh produce every day, fresh things. And so as it comes in the back door, you know, our volunteers get ready to put it in grocery orders and send it right back out there. So normally people can get one grocery order a month, but ever since, well, it's almost been a year now. Last November, we started because we had so much produce that people couldn't use it at once without it going off, that we're now giving 2 grocery orders a month, one in the first half and one in the second half. We have 2 types of utility assistance. One is with our own funds, but the other is that we administer the low-income program called Project Share for Burbank Water and Power. We also administer their low-income refrigerator exchange program for people who have refrigerators that are 10 years and older and are not as energy efficient as they used to be. Our services for people who are homeless are more limited. We distribute a daily sack lunch, but it's more than just like a sandwich and a bottle of water and some chips. It's a sack lunch, but then on top of it, you might get a salad from Trader Joe's or muffins or things like that in it. So it can actually be a whole day's worth of food. For people who have cooking facilities, but who are homeless, some people live in their RV, some have hot plates, some are couch surfing, and the people that they're staying with will let them use their cooking facilities. We can also give them groceries, and we try to work with them on the type and the amount that they receive to best suit their needs. With all of our grocery orders, you can ask for certain things, but because we're not a grocery store, we depend on them and the public to support us. We can really only give people what they need. So, so if somebody comes in and says, I want some bacon, but we don't have bacon, one time we might have it, another time we might not. And so we can, sometimes you don't know what you'll get, but it's fresh and it's in good shape. Also in our homeless services, we have an ID replacement program for a California ID, and that is a free California ID replacement, as well as the opportunity to sign up for showers. So in order for people to access our services, you do need to sign up, which means bringing positive ID for everyone in your household, and then proof of income for everyone in your household. And that can be anything from unemployment to Social Security or general relief. And we also like to have the EBT card or a statement for CalFresh, just to be sure we know the whole picture. And then for people who live in Burbank, you also need to provide a utility bill or something that shows that you are a resident. So we have those guidelines. Our services are in the mornings from 9 until noon. And we have days, separate days for homeless services, which are Mondays and Fridays, and then in the mornings. And then people who have housing can come Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. And so that's primarily what we have going on. That's what we've been doing since the pandemic. We're not sure when we'll be able to expand our programs into what, but I guess I should, like they say, stay tuned, and we'll let you know as things change. I usually email the different nonprofits when we have some sort of changes. So, I mean, that's kind of it in a nutshell. Do you have any questions?
I guess.
I must be really good.
That's yeah, I think you covered everything.
So,
yeah, I can't even think of a question right now.
Is most everyone on in the Family Promise program right now, or graduates?
We have two clients actually that are present, that are participating in one of our, either one or one of our programs for sure.
So maybe just the new information is that usually, because our mission and our parameters and people give to us because we are helping people within the Burbank geographical boundaries. And if you live across the street in Glendale or North Hollywood, we would normally say, oh, well, you can't come in. But because we know that a lot of people who are working with Family Promise are going to become housed in North Hollywood or some other community nearby, we're beginning, and this just happened this week, a partnership to help provide groceries for 6 months, so that the households can get on their feet, and we can even refer you to other places closer to your residence to help you out in the process. So we wanted to do that because we found that some of the people who were homeless in our programs were finding housing in Glendale or a neighboring community. And so suddenly they're cut off. And so it's like they're being punished for succeeding. And so we don't want to do that. And so this gives us an opportunity to do more of that kind of service to help bridge the time from moving in to when you really feel like you've got your feet on the ground.
Yes. And we thank you so much for that, Barbara.
I'm so glad we worked it out.
Yes. So you hear that, guys? So Kayla, for example, when you get housed, you're going to be eligible to receive free pantry services. So you can fill up your cupboard. Same thing with you, Karen.
Yeah. And just so you know, that includes in November and December food for both of the holidays. So turkeys or hams and significant amounts of holiday food. So we're very happy about this.
All right.
So, and I don't know if you know what, you're recording this, but I'm going to type it in the message, but
That's
our
fine.
address is 1304 West Burbank Boulevard. And then our phone number is 848-2822. And our volunteers that work at the front desk are just amazing. And if you don't get someone, and please leave a message. We usually return phone calls within a 24-hour period. And that's usually at the outside. It's usually within about 8 hours. So we try to do that. But one thing I should just warn you, and that's because we do depend on volunteers. And so in order to get your grocery order on a given day, you need to be there a little early, because our volunteers go home at noon and they take very seriously that the last grocery order goes in at 11:30, because they want to get it done, get cleaned up, and let it and go home. Just so you know too, those volunteers work really hard. We, like any grocery store, have to be graded by the LA County Health Department. And we have had an A for at least the last 16 years. So before that we'd remodeled, I think they were just saying, okay, do your best, because they didn't want to close us down. But now we're earning that A, and we're proud of it. So
Excellent.
anything else that, Lisa, you want me to?
I honestly can't think of anything off the top of my head. I honestly think you nailed every bit of it.
Okay, well,
if anybody does have any questions,
and the feedback, everyone, and if you have questions, please give us a call, and we look forward to working with you all.
Rosemary actually has a question, I believe.
What's that?
Rosemary has a question.
Oh, Rosemary, yeah.
Hi, Barbara. How are you? Thank you for joining us and giving us all this information. I was going to ask you, do you ever take in like high schooler kids to volunteer? I know that sometimes they have to do their hours and maybe.
Yes, we do. The kids that have to do service learning hours, they do need to contact us. I'm going to put in the notes here, extension 114 is our volunteer coordinator, or her email is volunteer@thebtac.org. Okay.
Thank you so much, Barbara. I'll go ahead and save that. Okay. Thank you.
And Kayla is asking if you guys include a baby formula. She's applying for WIC as well.
Oh, you mean, do we have it? We do have it. And we don't have a lot of requests for it. So please request it. And if you need it, coordinate with Lisa, and we could actually get you some right now. So okay. I think, unless we've gone through it, I have, our pantry manager knows what's in there, but we do take it. In fact, we just had someone asking about it. So
I know I had one of my other clients, she was asking about a particular milk, because I'm not sure. I'll try to get the name from her, and I'll send it over to you. Maybe you guys could, get that in stock or something.
Okay. But just so you know, some of the things we get in from Trader Joe's and Pavilions and that, we get like oat milk and soy milk, almond milk. We get a lot of different, as well as regular milk, cow's milk. But I'm always surprised it's the really great things that we get. And then I usually go to Trader Joe's and buy them to try them. So they're making money off of their donations when it comes to me. So
oh, that's good. Good to hear. Good to know. All right. So if anybody else doesn't have any questions, I guess that'll conclude tonight's session. And I again thank you all for joining us. And Barbara, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
And looking forward to working with you.
Hello to everyone, and have a great evening.
Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Oh, by the way, next week we're going to have another Money Matters workshop. So just be sure to log on. It's going to be Thursday at 6 p.m. And yeah, I don't have the topic right in front of me. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you guys what it is right now. It will be 7 purchases worth the money. So Brian will be discussing all that good stuff with us next week. All right. Thank you
Awesome.
guys. Have a wonderful
Thank
night.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.